Hello, hello. Welcome. Ta-da! Hello everyone. Welcome to a new stream. I think I figured some things out with the stream and it should be a better quality than yesterday. And I've added a few things, layout and all of that. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments what you think about it. Let me just check that everything is all right. Okay, I've put some background music also so we can relax and chill together, and you can see here the beans that we are dialing in today. I'll explain in a second how come I'm doing a second dial in after yesterday. I will tell you right in a sec. Just putting this aside. Okay, so how come dialing in new beans? I explained it yesterday in the stream. I just received there's a little problem with the stream. Give me 2 seconds. A few image drops. I will solve it in just a second. Welcome to everyone that is joining us. I'll put the music a little bit higher. Hey, welcome. Nice. Welcome into the world of coffee. You'll see it's not an easy thing, but you'll get it, you'll get it. I'll walk you through every step that I take, if that can help you. I'm still a beginner also. I've started my journey in this coffee world a few months back. And that's why I'm sharing everything in the video, so that it could help other beginners just like me. So YouTube. Just bring down the music, yeah. I'm sorry. Don't hesitate to tell me what needs changed. I could go quieter. I don't hear the music the same way as you guys do, so don't hesitate to tell me in the comments, okay? In the chat. All right, this should go a lot better. Let's do this. All right. Nice chill music. Okay, so let's talk about the beans. As I was explaining, I got these. I got yesterday or the day before. I don't remember exactly. An order from Pretty Good Coffee. It's a firm here in Romania that imports coffee from all over the world, from different roasters. And they also have a subscription on their website where you pay a certain amount of money and you get some bags of beans every single month. I have the basic subscription with 500 grams of beans every month, so 2 bags. And this month I got these ones, and I also got these ones that we will probably dial in tomorrow in another live stream. And I also, apart from that, I ordered by myself some beans, the ones that I dialed in the test live stream yesterday, Love Potion. And I have some friends over this weekend and I want to make them taste amazing coffee. So I'm trying to dial in all of those 3 so that they can choose whatever coffee they want to drink while they're here. So let's talk about the beans. Rwanda Woman's Crown from Sumo, which is by Daniel Horvat. And I also think that Daniel Horvat is the World Cup Taster Champion in 2019. So as I said, from Rwanda. Is a red bourbon. It's a washed experimental espresso roast. Okay, let's open it. First things first, we have to smell it. Cannot not smell it. Wow, that is okay. It smells amazing. It's medium roasted, as I can see, and it has notes of red fruit, plums, citrus-like tangerine, stone fruits like apricots, and molasses. Sweetness, clean and sweet. It smells sweet, actually. Let me show you closer. Let's gear up with the POV style here. Okay, so here we have our POV cam. These are the bag of beans. And here you will see the beans in a second. To change a little something else here. Oop. I'm still discovering all of this world of streaming and I have some issues with connection, so drop that once again. Okay, so I am not really completely sure. Whoops, this is disconnected. All right, maybe it will connect again. Please. Come on. Okay, back here. So, medium roast, actually. Compared to the beans that we dialed in yesterday, this is going to be much coarser, I think. So I think I can start with, I have alert messages. I think we're losing connection here. Yeah, I am having a little bit of connection issues. I think we might be back. I think I was not on the right Wi-Fi connection here at home, so this should be better now. And I'll just change a little something. Okay, I think we're back. Tell me if we're back. It seems like so. YouTube says it's excellent connection. Not bad. Okay. So, as I was saying, medium roast. I need to go a little bit coarser than yesterday. So, let's go. Let's say we start with 20 clicks. 20 clicks. All right. Purge the grinder first. New beans. Let's get a scoop out. A few beans, like not too much, 10 or so, just to clear the grinder. Okay, so grinder is purged. Okay, I'm just losing myself here. It's okay, let's start. Okay, let's use this glass first. This one here. Yeah, we can go with this view here, so you can see me, and you also see, there you see the POV. Okay. Preheating the cup and also purging the machine. All right. And let's start preparing the doughs. So 18, usually it's about a scoop. This is the AeroPress scoop. Almost. One bean. Should be okay like that. So let's see if we can do better than yesterday with the dialing. Yesterday, 2 shots, I think. Okay. It's shaky. It's not as shaky when I film the videos. I guess this just doesn't do the stabilization the same way. Okay. my portafilter is... Okay, my portafilter is a 58 millimeters, but actually you need to check your basket. So let me show you. I have here an example. Here I have a Dex basket from MHW3 Bomber, and it's 18 grams. If you're with the stock one, it may not fit 18 grams in it. You need to play with the dose and see how much it fits. If it's not written on the basket, sometimes it's written on the basket. It also would depend on the roasting of the beans, I think. So if you have darker beans, they will take more place. And also, it will depend on the grain size. If you grind coarser, the same amount of beans, 18 grams, it could take more volume. So need to check that everything. And when you buy if you buy another basket, you can check. Here I have the other one. The one that I'm using, it's still 18 grams. And here the one that I use as a temping stand is 15 grams. So yeah, that's how you can check. I lost my WDT tool here. Okay, just a slightly tiny bit of WDT just on the top to even everything out, and then I'll tap a little bit and temp with this MHW3 flash temper that I don't always understand. Sometimes it makes a click, sometimes it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Whoop. Actually, I just realized, forgot to clean my pack screen. It's still dirty from the last shot, so I'm going to clean it here in the sink. Okay. All right, back here. Okay. Before putting this in, I'll just prep the undershot so you can see the extraction also. Using the same thing as kind of a stand. Let me check this. I actually need to do it like this. Yeah, we're figuring stuff out here as we go. Okay. I think this will be okay. Let's get back into here. Just going to put the scale first. Portafilter next. Right. Not the most amazing view, but you'll get it. Okay, let's go. Wow, that's fine. I think that's too fine. Yeah, we'll see the extraction time per total, but I think that is quite fine. It's going to be a slow extraction. I'll just let it go through all the way to see the exact timing here. Whoa, yeah, that's the problem of doing this at the same time, the live stream. I let it go too much. Whoa, I let it go too much. Forgot to switch here. It's okay. So as you can see here, 44. I went with a 1:2.5 gram ratio. Sorry, but want to taste it either way. It wasn't quite off. I think we were at like 30-ish. So it might be actually nailed, but what I will do is that I go one click coarser next, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that is not amazing. It's supposed to be clean and sweet, but it's not. It's a little bit sour. So we will go with this cup, and we will go one click coarser. One click coarser. One click coarser. Let's purge the grinder once again with a few beans. Even if you nail the ratio and the time, this too sour, are you supposed to grind coarser or finer? Even if you nail the ratio and the time, if it's too sour, I would suggest to try and go with a bigger ratio. So if it's a lighter roast, it usually, it's not that it usually, sometimes it's better to go with a 1:2.5 or even a Lango ratio, so a 1:3. You can try that. That could get rid a bit of the sourness. I actually made a test on my YouTube channel, a video where I did a salami shot where I tasted every phase of an extraction. So I think it was every 5 seconds I switched cups, and I had six at the end, and you can taste every single part of your extraction. And the more sour notes are at the beginning. So pushing your extraction a little bit longer with a little bit more water, because it's really, really watery at the end, it can actually balance the sourness a little bit and get that down. But some may actually enjoy the sourness as it is, so it really depends on your taste and your preference. Here, I think I can get the sourness a little bit down, but by grinding a little bit coarser and getting it a little bit faster. But I might go with the bigger ratio that I actually did not do on purpose. So I'll go coarser and see if with a 1:2 ratio that is good. Just forgot to clean the back here. I'm also discovering a lot of things here, so I may say things that are not true. So if anyone is in the chat and hears me say nonsense, please stop me and say, "You are saying nonsense, Edward." But yeah, it's a process. We learn with time, so we all are at a point sometime that needs us to learn things. Okay, let's purge the grinder. So this here can go back with both. Start the grinder. So I first change the grind size, then I purge the grinder, so that the new, if there are any coffee left inside it, it would be the new grind setting. Let's try and do that again in one scoop. Just need a bigger scoop here. This is just me and my brain trying to play games when I dose. Hey, nailed it! Nice! My brain is happy now. At least that shows us that AeroPress, they did a good job, because one scoop it's supposed to be a double shot. So when you use your AeroPress, you don't need necessarily a scale. You know that it's more or less one double shot. Let's do this. It's going to reconnect, don't worry. It just disconnects from time to time. We'll go back here until it reconnects. It reconnected. This up here. Oh, I forgot that I was going to prepare the pack here. So, how are you guys doing today? I'm curious, for anyone in the chat, where are you watching this stream for, and what time is it right now? For me, I'm streaming from Romania, for those who know me, and it's 8:30 p.m. I just finished work and I wanted to do a chill little live stream here. See, now it does a click. And now no. Depends. I do double tamp. I've heard that it's more consistent, the double tamping. I'll just clean the pack screen again. From Las Vegas now. That is some place to be. That's nice. That's nice. So it's like the morning for you. That's nice. Right, we are ready to extract the second shot. Just hoping this doesn't disconnect all the time. I need it to not disconnect all the time. Yeah, I need to do this every single time. Sorry. This is disconnected now. Why is it disconnected? It says connected. All right. Let's extract this. It's 10:26 a.m. Whoa. Yeah, that's different from here. I'm almost going to sleep and you're just waking up. But how is it? Do you like it in Vegas? Because you always think of Vegas like the city that you see in the movies. You don't imagine Vegas like a real city where people live, actually. You just imagine the casinos and all of those things. Okay, let's go with this one and hope for the best. Okay, it doesn't look half bad. It might be slow again. We'll see. I'm dialing in all my beans in 2 shots lately. It's nice. So, I like it. It's nice because the city is small and there's always something to be grateful to eat. There's a lot of things. Yeah, I figured there was really real life around that, but it's not what you imagine being elsewhere. But that sounds nice. I'd love to visit Vegas one day. Okay. Second shot. I think we are pretty much done here. 27 seconds, 37 grams. That is pretty much what I was looking for. We'll taste it and make sure the taste is all right. And then lost the pass screen there. Okay. Let's taste it now. I need a spoon. have it, stirring up everything and mixing all of those steps of the extraction. This is what we do when we stir the coffee before tasting. And then let's just give it a sip. Clear difference. It's a lot sweeter right now. And I get what they say, but by here it's written, the note here, it says citrus-like tangerine. It does feel a little bit tangerine in the notes. See, for example, these are medium roasted, but for some reason they are really sour. It's a sour bean because the notes are sour things. So like citrus like tangerine, apricots, red fruits, plums. It's a little bit sour. So it's supposed to be sour. Then again, I do not drink it as an espresso. Almost never. I almost never drink the espresso. There are a few rare beans that I like as an espresso also, and it's usually more modern, anaerobic, and all of those sorts of processing, like the ones that I dialed in yesterday. They are washed anaerobic, and I've tried some before with really strong strawberry, or I had one with watermelon notes, really strong watermelon notes, because it was fermented with watermelon. I have a few videos on my channel doing coffee with those. It was mainly for my filter coffee, but I tried it with espresso and I really liked it. How would you make a latte with that espresso? I don't think I get the question that you're asking. Would you do a smaller shot? Oh, I get what you're saying. This is not the first attempt. This is the second attempt. First attempt was better, yes, than the first attempt of yesterday. So, if I get your question, Justin, is that you are asking if you want to do a latte, you will still pull it a longer ratio and then mix it with milk? Yes, that's what I usually do. That's what I usually do if I do find the taste better in a longer ratio. But once again, it's really up to you. I think you should try. I think you should try with a 1:2 ratio, mix it with milk, drink it. If that is not okay for you, you can try the 1:3 ratio, drink it, see how it does. And it's really about you and how you taste it and how you prefer it. Usually when I get this, I just try different ratios. I've almost always tried ristretto also, because I like mixing the ristretto with the milk, because it's really sour and intense, the ristretto at the beginning, because it's at the beginning part of the extraction. Mixing it with milk brings some notes and taste that I really enjoy, but it depends on the beans. I mean, some beans are better away and another, but it really depends on a lot of things. But usually, if I do like the taste of the espresso, I just mix it with the milk like that. Let's, just for fun, because I'm happy with this one, it's dialed in, let's just try and make a latte or a cappuccino. I'm trying to figure out which cup to use. Yeah, let's go with this one. This one. I like this one. This is my OG cup. It's the first cup that I got for a cappuccino back in January, I think, or in December. And it's been with me all the way, and I love pulling shots in this. So yeah, we'll try this one. I made a latte yesterday with a 1:2 ratio, and it was super sour, even with shots of syrup. Yeah, try it. Try the longer ratio, and it will be okay. Just keep in mind, because that's something that I didn't keep in mind the first time. Getting more coffee will change the coffee to milk ratio. So if you still want the same ratio between your espresso and your milk, depends on the type of drink that you want to do, you have to adjust the milk also by 10-20 grams if you want. Put a little bit more. It all depends on you. Once again, what I do is that if I get more coffee, I have less milk, and it's okay for me. Ratio is slightly changed, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let me preheat this because it's quite cold and I don't want to lose the temperature. And while we steam the milk and everything, we'll just let it heat up here on the side. Used almond milk. Could be also, if I don't know if that's your preference or not, but it could be also the pairing between your coffee beans and the almond milk. Sometimes I don't like, for example, my wife. My wife drinks almost only, not almost only oat milk. And sometimes I do like the coffee with the oat milk. Sometimes I don't. It depends on the beans. So could be. I don't know if you drink any other type of milk or not. Could try if you want to. Okay. So now I'll show you what I do usually for my milk steaming. Yep. I usually weigh my milk because I have lots of problems with milk quantity, and I know exactly the amount of milk that I need for this pitcher to steam easily. So I use 170 grams of cow milk, 3.5% fat. I don't know exactly if that's how you say it. Always spill some milk on the side. That is an important part of your workflow. Spilling milk, that's important. Oh, I forgot to change the angle here. Let's just turn on steam mode, and it will heat up to 132. That's my set temperature for steaming on the Gaggia Classic Pro. So, just waiting for it to heat up, purge, steam, and try to attempt latte art. I'm really not good at latte art, you will see. Hoping to get something okay today. Okay. Tighten zone, of course, spilling water on me, it's okay. I usually do this for like 5 seconds and then it's ready to steam. I'm also wearing the headset, so I don't hear the hiss well enough. Hoping to have steamed the milk here correctly. And now I just feel for it to be hot enough. I have a thermometer. I said it yesterday that I should use it, but I never use the thermometer. I don't know why. Okay. Next, just purge here. Of course it disconnects when I need it. Purging here this. Come on, I need you now. I need you for the latte art. Don't disconnect. Okay, it's connected once again. Let's be quick about this before foam separates. Forgot about that part. Putting this here. Right, no crema. That is going to be a problem. Forgot to turn off the steaming. Whoa, that is foam. That is really foam. That is too foamy. I need to transfer. Wow, that's a lot of foam. Wow, this is not going to be nice. This is not going to be a nice latte art. Trying to incorporate everything once again. Let's just go for it. We'll probably get a blob or something like that. Or nothing. Could be also that we get nothing. Well, why does it happen to me all the time? I usually have too much milk, and now there's not enough. Well, I've done better. Don't try to. Don't be too nice with me. It's okay. It's ugly. I know. It's not the best flour. But let me just taste it. That is so surprising. That taste is really surprising because it hits you really. The first thing you taste, it's like kind of lemon taste, or maybe not really lemon, not as sour as a lemon, but something citrusy, like orange, something like that. It's really surprising, but that is good. That is really, really good. I think actually milk texture wasn't that bad. I just let it sit too long before pouring. Could have just used it right away. But yeah, still managed to get a little flour. Okay, so let me just write down grind setting for these beans. I have a little notebook here where I write everything just to keep track of the grind settings, let me just grab a pen. For some reason it's not here. I used the pen in the cupping video. If you haven't seen the cupping video, you can go and check that on the channel. I tried cupping coffee like 2 weeks ago. I used the pen and I forgot to bring it back to the coffee setup here. I'm thinking about getting the notebook for dialing in from it's a YouTuber, I forgot his name, he's a coffee content creator. But he has a notebook made for dialing in, so it could be interesting to have one, because here it's just like blank sheets and I write it myself. So, Women's Crown, Rwanda, from Sumo. So, grind toes, yield time. I tried to make something like this. No, I don't know if it shows too much. I'll show it with the phone actually. Something like this, so and every single time I will write the extractions from now on after the dial in. So 21, 18 grams in, about 37 grams out in 27 seconds. Now that I know this is the grind setting that I need to use for these beans, I will start using the auto start function on the scale. It actually has an auto start function. Let me show you. The scale is Time Warp Basic Black Mirror 2 Plus, sorry, something like that. So if I click here 5 times in a row, there's an A there that starts. I can start the auto start, it will count down, tear the scale, and as soon as it detects weight, timer starts. So that I don't use that in dial in because there's a pre-infusion part. It's not really pre-infusion because I don't have that feature on the Gaggia, and I've not used there's a few techniques of using actual pre-infusion, but like the first saturation of the pack before the first drops drop, that is a nice part to know, because I used to use the auto start all the time, and some people said in the comments that I should try without it, because that first part sometimes it took like 20 seconds for the first drops to come down, and then the next part it was like 25 seconds extraction, and I would say like it's okay, 25 seconds 1:2 ratio, that is nice, but the actual total extraction time was not good. Let's clean after ourselves here. Bring this to the kitchen. Yeah, well, we are approaching the end of the stream, I think. Nice little coffee sesh together. Thank you for joining me, actually. Thank you for being here. Thank you for writing in the chat there, Justin. Amazing meeting you through the internet. Oh, hello there. It depends. I do like buying light roast for my coffee. but I've tried medium. I've actually, if I am honest, I've never tried dark roast. It was one of my goals when I started this journey in the coffee world to taste all different roasting levels, but I haven't managed to find some really good and that, how to explain it. I asked people that know things about coffee, and I said, maybe you could recommend a good roaster here in Romania that has dark roasted coffee, and they said no. So I've had medium roasted, medium to dark almost, but not really dark. So I guess we could say that I'm more of a light roast person. And actually, to compare, my wife, she is more of a medium to dark roast. She loves the more chocolatey notes and that little bit of a bitterness. I do like when there is some funky stuff in the notes and something different, something more flower, more fruity, something more like that. But I do like to switch between those and not have the same coffee beans every day. Yeah, thank you, Justin. Thank you. I'm happy that I was able to help you in any way, shape, or form, and maybe my videos will help you. It's my goal, actually, by making these videos, is that I do mistakes and I show. There's full transparency. When I have a bad day, I show that is a bad day, and those mistakes may help other beginners that just are getting into this world. And yeah, if I've helped even one person from all the videos that I do, I'm happy and I'm satisfied. And I've discovered the live stream recently, and I said, why not try it? Because usually when I film the videos, I cut a lot of parts at the end because I talk too much. I have a lot of things to say that are mostly maybe not really relevant and could bore some people in the video. And so making a live stream, I just can talk all the way and just talk and talk. Recommend trying dark roast, especially for espresso. Aroma and creaminess. Yeah, I do want to try. I'm not closed to trying that. I do want to try everything. That is, I'd say, my motto. Try everything. Just don't limit. I don't try to limit myself to anything that I hear. I try to try everything by myself. But as I said, I haven't found a good specialty coffee roaster that does dark roast here in Romania. So if you have any recommendation, even if it's not from Romania, I will probably find it somehow. That there could be importers that bring those to Romania, or I'll try to find some dark roast at some point. Yeah, I really need to try. Because if it's just to try dark roast that is not specialty, I could go to the grocery store and buy some dark roast coffee. That's pretty much every coffee out there. But I want freshly roasted. Yeah. I think we can end the stream here. It's been 1 hour. We've dialed in the beans in 2 shots, which is actually very good. Also, Justin, if you're just getting into the world of coffee and dialing in your first coffee beans, don't worry if it takes you like 4 or 5 attempts. It's okay. I actually have 1 or 2 dial-ins on the channel where it took me like 4 shots, 2 hours of filming just to get the good amounts. And actually there have been times where I went through the whole bag of beans and it wasn't dialed in yet. So it takes time to master and learn those things. I don't think I am qualified enough to say that I know all things coffee related. I think I've learned things along the way and I can get my way into dialing in some new beans. And also I know my grinder now. I know more or less where to start with the type of roast. So that's why it took me 2 shots today, but it really depends on the coffee. There's some coffees that are too complicated and they really need tweaking. Sometimes I need also to tweak the temperature, change the dose. There's a lot of variables that could come into this, but do not worry if it takes you a whole bag of beans to dial in the first time. It's completely normal. Or if you taste 2 shots and they taste the same even though you change something, it's okay also. You need to train yourself and your palate to learn how to taste coffee. I could recommend, if you want, I could recommend you trying cupping. I tried that really recently. I didn't start with that, and it really helped. I think it can really help you really taste the true notes of the coffee. So I don't know if you know what coffee cupping is, but basically you just grind coffee really coarse and you mix it with really hot water and you let it sit for 3 minutes and that brews, and then you just try it with a spoon. You can go and check out the video on the channel where I discovered that and tried that for the first time. I compared 2 coffee beans and that lets you really taste all of those notes, and it could make you train. So you could I don't know, make an experiment where you have 2 coffees, you don't know which one is which, you do the cupping and try to guess the notes. You write everything down, the aroma, the notes, everything, and it's a fun way of experimenting and trying and discovering. So really recommend that. I'm glad I tried it, this recently. I'm actually done here. Yes, exactly. That is exactly that. And also not only just to match your espresso flavor to the notes of the coffee, just a fun way to learn coffee and learn how to taste it. And to recognize those little flavors that sometimes are repeated from one coffee to another, like the really acidic notes and all of those things. Yeah. I think I have to drop all the things for Mats again. Hey, thank you for being here. It's been amazing. Thank you for passing by and sticking with me till the end. I will go also because it's late. I need to go to finish my video for tomorrow and go to sleep. So have a good day at work in Vegas. And for the other people that are still here, we are going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it could help a lot this channel to grow and reach other coffee enthusiasts. And I will probably see you tomorrow a little bit earlier if anyone wants to join. We will be dialing in some other beans. These beans from Bunny Beans Coffee Roasters, also Rwanda. We'll be dialing in those tomorrow. So thank you for being here. I will keep the stream open for a few minutes and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining. Bye.